Здравствуйте, с вами Александр Галиев.
Hello, I'm Alexander Galiev. Today the Navigator is analyzing the position of the global basic metals and oil markets. The world economy is sick still. Markets are restricted with narrow limits. The autumn failed to meet the expectations to refresh the stock trading. New regularity is already an accomplished fact. A period in the economy that may be accompanied by very long anemic growth calculated in %. In these circumstances, experts are more and more forecasting that the next quantitative easing is just a matter of time.
Лучшего. Рассмотрим на конкретных примерах.
Well, about oil. Brent, pushing up in January 2016 from a level of 27.5 per 1 barrel, it has reached a level of 52.5 per 1 barrel in early summer, but it could not overcome the resistance and went down to adjusting. But this corridor is so narrow, a bit more than $40 in the bottom level, and 52.5 as mentioned above in the top level.
Впрочем, в свете последних событий...
However, we have a chance that oil price will settle down in the top part of the price band. Against the background of recent events, the OPEC's decision to freeze up the oil production at level of 32.5 million barrels a day. It is notable that OPEC is going to agree to freeze the oil production with the US oil companies and other countries that are not members of the cartel. However, experts are very skeptical about this initiative of the OPEC.
Скептически.
Gold, confirming the reputation of a safe asset, the precious metal price is growing since early 2016. Pushing up from a level of $1,050 per ounce, by the end of the summer, this yellow metal has reached a level of $1,338 per ounce. Metal has passed a part of the way while expecting Brexit. A camp of experts is confused and fevered. The prospects for gold are still vague and hazy. Copper, king of the non-ferrous metals, was squeezed in the limit of $800. If at the end of December the copper was quoted at a price of $4,300 per 1 ton, then it was fixed at the level of approximately $4,660 per 1 ton in the late summer. Copper is an industrial material, a metal of electronics and electrical engineering, and its price continues to be under pressure of a weak demand from China, which is not hurried to replenish its strategic stocks. Aluminium. We have the same dynamic here. Earlier this year, a wind metal began to rise $1,440 per 1 ton and has reached a level of $1,586 per ton by the end of the summer. Nickel. In the beginning of 2016, this metal was at the level of $7,500 per ton. By late summer, it has increased almost 36% and reached a price of $10,240 per ton. Nickel left all other reviewed metals behind in terms of price growth.
И вместо резюме, эксперты в своих прогнозах апеллируют экономическими циклами.
In conclusion, the experts, those operating the economic cycles in their forecasts, are feeling prudent. Another shock is threatening the global economy. However, they also say that a powerful long-term uptrend may happen. This uptrend will be based on the biotechnologies, nanotechnologies, robotic science, and breakthrough medical innovations. That's all I have for today. See you in the single market.
До встречи в Single Market.
Currently, the Kazakhstan development strategies mainly focus on the infrastructure. Raw material resources are not so much critical on the global market scale in terms of new realities of the economy. Therefore, stake on the infrastructure is justified. Roads, bridges, logistics centers, and other special facilities can restructure the economy to the new format and add the actual context in this transition period. Our correspondent, Asiem Abrayeva, has visited the company which manufactures the products for such infrastructure facilities. In a market, the winner is the one who offers a unique price proposal that meets the balanced price and quality ratio. Such approach is being developed for decades, according to the experience of well-known brands, as in order to fit and satisfy the realities and market demands, the business must set a new target at every stage of its development. 53 years ago, the first batch of concrete beams was produced by the Almaty Bridge Structure Plant. In Soviet times, this plant provided the entire Soviet Union. But in the 90s, the company faced a difficult transitional phase when Kazakhstan became independent. But this period was not long, and the company had taken on a new lease of life in new market environment. There were no constraints anymore. No nutritious ministry, no state planning committee, no state procurement system. We had just a free market. Today, literally or metaphorically, the whole industrial economy of Kazakhstan is supported by the beams and piles manufactured here. The company's products are used in the construction of roads, highways, oil wells, and even landing strips. The product range includes more than 350 items, The entire process is automated as much as practical. Every year we spend about 500 million of earnings for the upgrading. Every year we spend about 500 million of earnings for the upgrading and new technologies. We have purchased new equipment and beams in Turkey. Beams we produce comply with international standards and provide 30% reduction in the cost of the bridge. By the way, an innovative beam which is used in the bridge construction process has been developed here. Development of this beam production significantly reduced the cost level in construction of the specialized designs.
У нас еще есть составная балка 42 метра, которой нет аналога. Все на постсоветском пространстве.
We have a composite beam of 42 meters, which has no analog in the former Soviet Union. This beam consists of 3 parts. It is cheaper to transport and cheaper in terms of price.
На сегодняшний день свою продукцию реализовывать.
There are 3 factors which are very critical for the enterprise competitiveness. They are the most appropriate production cost, high quality, and well-established customer base. This company has developed a whole plan to preserve its position in the market. Despite the transportation cost is a quarter of the final cost of goods, though a good deal of the product is delivered to the remote regions of Kazakhstan, the regular customers.
Атрау, Актау, Уральск, нефтегазовые вот эти вот районы.
Atrau, Aktau, and Uralsk, the oil and gas regions where our pies are supplied in huge amounts. We've supplied around 8,000 pies to these regions over 3 years, despite the distance of 2,600 kilometers. The company is trying to make the best use of other resources as well. The company had immediately made a request and used the acquired funds for its development, as soon as it was practical to receive the governmental subsidies. Work is possible is their logo, even in the strict current realities. Our tax burden coefficient is 12%. It is fair for the construction industry company. We mean, it is okay. So be faithful in working, be faithful in paying taxes, and you'll be fine. Personnel are one of the main ingredients of success of this enterprise. The company makes an emphasis on resolution of social problems, education and training, working conditions of its personnel. What is the most important? It is the human assets. Therefore, we have people, those working here for more than 45 years, more than 30 family dynasties. Their grandfathers worked here, father worked here, mother works here as well, and even their grandchildren work here. Family dynasty mean a lot. Such intergenerational continuity facilities, the preservation and development of the production experience, it secures a backbone of the workforce and motivates personnel to be jointly and severally liable. It is an incentive for professional growth. By the way, 40% of the 550 plant staff is the young professionals. We have professionals, those graduated from the prestigious foreign universities. Moreover, the bridge builders, concrete worker, and process engineers are very rare specialities. The bridge structure plant has mastered the foreign market in addition to the western regions of the country. 60% of its products are purchased by the road building companies from Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and Russia. I know there are certain problems, some difficulties, but a rolling stone gathers no moss. That's why we are working in this direction and will keep on developing it. Establishment of the Eurasian Economic Union provided a window of new opportunities for this company, as it has significantly expanded an area where you can forward your products and bypass the customs barriers. It makes the Almaty Bridge Structures plant feel more confident about their future. Asem Abraeva, Bakhchan Bakhriev, especially for single market. Import and export of the vegetable oil is considered to be the most active at the global food market. First of all, this is due to high demand manifested at different levels, from the housewives to large companies that dominate the fast food market. Secondly, the vegetable oil is refinery product. That's why it is easy to transport, store and sell, depending on the market situation. Super modern vegetable oil producing enterprise appeared in Almaty this summer. Details are coming up in the next story. Vegetable oil, margarine, and fat are the fast-moving consumer goods and must-have of the food basket. Therefore, food security of the country is affected by the level of development of specialized processing enterprises and their close relationship with the agricultural farms that plant the oil-bearing crops. A very remarkable event for the food industry has taken place in the summer of 2016 during the Telebridge with the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Super modern vegetable oil packaging production line was launched in the plants of EFCO Almaty. Launching of a new line is one of the projects initiated by EFKO Companies Group from Russia, which is the largest producer of oil and fat products at the EAEC market.
На протяжении последних нескольких лет мы активно рассматривали возможность строительства собственных производственных мощностей по производству масла животного.
Over the last few years, we were actively considering a chance to build their own facilities producing the fat and oil products in the Republic of Kazakhstan. So we've got such a chance in 2015.
Поскольку считаем его одним из наиболее перспективных.
Kazakhstan-based project of the Russian company was implemented on the reconstruction of the old factory, though this process is held on a phased basis. 5 shops are operating today. We are planning to upgrade 2 other shops, molding and mayonnaise shops. The amount of 11 billion Kazakh tenge has already been invested in the enterprise reconstruction. These funds were allocated to purchase and install the best European equipment.
Мы занимаемся переработкой сои и подсолнечника.
We are engaged in the soybeans and sunflowers refining. We produce the butter vegetable oil under the trademarks Sloboda, Sunny Venice, and Altera. We produce the industrial fats and margarine used in the bakery and culinary products.
Хлебобулочной и кулинарной продукции.
The company has mastered another process in order to meet the requirements of a closed operation cycle, production of a soybean oil meal, a product considered one of the basic ingredients in the poultry feed. But the vegetable oil production is supposed to be the main segment of the enterprise.
Основная масса растительных масел, она на сегодняшний день импортируется.
A good deal of the vegetable oil is imported. Our objective is to be able to process more here and cover a full demand of the domestic market by increasing the cropping capacity of the oil-bearing crops.
Возможность перерабатывать здесь больше и обеспечивать полную потребность, в первую очередь, внутреннего рынка.
Today the plant is capable of processing 140,000 tons of oilseeds on an annual basis. 100 tons of vegetable oil is forwarded to the warehouse of finished product on daily basis. However, the plant is planning to increase its production capacity by increasing the raw material volumes.
Мы запустили программу взаимодействия с сельхозпроизводителями. Данная программа направлена в первую очередь на повышение урожая.
We have launched an interactive program with the agriculture producers. This program is primarily aimed at increasing the cropping capacity and thus increasing the total yield of oil-bearing crops. Contracts have been signed already with 400 farms.
Наш проект позволит увеличить импортозамещение масло-жировой отрасли в стране.
Under this partnership program, the farmers are provided with the crop protection means and equipment and high-yielding seeds. Moreover, a network of the procurement point is arranged for these farmers in order to optimize the logistics of the supply of the raw material. Such format of cooperation is a sign of forming the specialized cluster that will deal with the raw materials processing, production of finished products. It will also become a member in the chain of the oil-bearing crops cultivation. Quantity of production reached by this company put it among the major members of the domestic market.
Мы оцениваем
We value our position in the market from 2 to 22% depending on the segment. But as soon as the project of EFKO Almaty operates at full capacity, we expect that in the medium term we will cover up to 35% of the branded products.
До 35% брендовой продукции.
Besides the domestic market, the plant is actively developing exports to the Central Asia and Middle East. In September, the Russian media holding RBC has published a list of 500 largest companies operating in various sectors of the Russian economy and effective investments. EFKO Companies Group held the 129th position in this ranking. Anchor Investor appeared in the national field-specific sector, which is able to create a multiplier effect for the industry based on this assessment and considering the plans of the Russian holding company in Kazakhstan. That's all for today. I'm Pavel Kaktishev. Let me remind, you can find all our stories at Kazakh-TV.kz. See you in the next single market, unrestricted area space.